and welcome to today's video. I am so excited, as you probably already know, because we are picking my TBR for February, and I cannot wait. I hope we get some good reads for this month. So let's start by recapping on the past month's TBR, which was January. And if you do not know, these pink slips in here are books that I really want to read, but I do not own. And if I complete my TBR from the previous month, then I get one of these pink slips as a prompt. So we get to go shopping. We get to get a new book for our monthly TBR. And last month, I picked 5 books for my January TBR and I read them all. I'm almost finished the 5th book, but we are a week before February. So it's definitely going to be finished in the next couple days. And I'm so excited. We get a pink slip. And it also motivates me more for this upcoming month because I know that the books that are on here, the books that end up on my monthly TBR, I'm probably actually going to read. And it just forces me to read it. I know exactly what I'm going to be reading. And I usually read a few more books on top of it, but I know that for sure these ones will get read if I'm able to succeed again. So let's get right into it. I can't wait. First prompt. Ooh, first prompt is with a magical element. I'm sure you believe me, but I'll show you just in case. With a magical element. Okay, first thing that pops out at me is definitely Wild Reverence because I believe it's a fantasy and they speak through magical typewriters. Unless I'm just making that up. But I'm pretty sure they also speak through letters like Divine Rivals. Right away. Blessed with humble messenger magic she uses to carry words and letters through the realms. Okay, so this is a high contender because I've been really wanting to get to this. It is on my 26 books in 2026. I don't read a lot of fantasy at all. I used to, but I just haven't been gravitating towards it too often. But this author's other books, Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows, I really liked. So I'm wanting to give fantasy a chance again with this book possibly. What else could we do? I feel like there's other ones. There has to be, right? You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do Wild Reverence. So the first book on my February TBR is Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. And it's also, I think, going to be a good one for February for Valentine's Day because we have some romance in here. So, wow, I'm excited already. Okay, second prompt. A book with water on the cover. Literally don't know why I'm showing you because why would I lie? But a book with water on the cover. I just stared at this for so long, but yes, there's water on the cover of this. This is All the Light We Cannot See, so this is an option. Definitely water on the cover. And there's also Identity by Nora Roberts. My little cousin got this for me for Christmas, so this is also an option. Shout out Jana. These are our 2 options we're picking from. I'm thinking maybe we'll do All the Light We Cannot See just because I think that Nora Roberts is primarily, correct me if I'm wrong, but primarily a romance author, and we just picked one that had a romance. So I think I'm going to go with All the Light We Cannot See, which I know is a historical fiction novel that is very popular. It has won many awards. I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. This has been on my TBR before. It was on my TBR for December, and I didn't get to it because that month I did not get to basically all of the books. So I think I should get to this one. It's been on my list for a long time. So the second book on my February TBR is All the Light We Cannot See. Jana, I will be getting to this book. I promise you. Thank you so much. Just checking if maybe this had water. I do want to get to Hamnet. Prompt number 3. Okay, we have a book with orange on the cover. There you go. Orange on the cover. Right away, I'm seeing Emma, of course. We have orange on the spine. And on the front, this was also on my December TBR and I didn't get to it. And we have Revenge by Yoko Ogawa, which is a collection of short horror stories. That is an option. I got that one recently. We have Dante's Inferno, which I've been meaning to get to for a long time. This has been on here for about 2 years now. I bought it when I was in Italy. I think like 2.5 years I was in Italy. Okay. I think these are our options. I really want to save Emma for spring for some reason. There's just something deep in my bones that tells me that I should read this in spring. So I'm going to pass this time on Dante's Inferno, and I'm going to go with our short stories, Revenge by Yoko Ogawa. I haven't read a short story collection in a while. I feel like they had never been my absolute favorite, and it's hard for me to really, really love a short story, but I want to give them more chances. I maybe have just not read the collection that really speaks to me, so maybe this will be the one. It sounds so incredibly eerie and creepy and just very interesting. So this is number 3 on our list, and I'm glad that it's so different. So far, we have some very different books, so hopefully I do not get bored with them. Prompt number 4. Okay, great. Great. Perfect for February? Not really. A book you think will make you cry. So we're going to be crying this month. What will make me cry? I'm trying to think if there's anything that I've seen other people sobbing, bawling, crying when they were finishing it. I really don't know, actually. I feel like right off the bat, I already have one of them that I would have chosen for this on my TBR, which is All the Light We Cannot See. I might have to look it up if any of these are extremely sad. I'm not seeing any that I think will make me cry. I'm just so tough. Like, would this one make me cry? I feel like it would be emotional. This is Young Mungo. I think I'm going to go with Young Mungo. Someone's probably looking at this right now and is like, she's missing so many that I cried to or that would be sad. But I'm just not seeing them. So I think this one could make me cry because it does look like it is an emotional read. He needs to summon all his inner strength and courage to get back to a place of safety, a place where he and James might still have a future. Like, that sentence right there is telling me that it's going to be an emotional read. Let me know if you've read this book and if you cried or not. Let's see. Let's see if this makes me cry. This is going to be the 4th book on my February TBR. Okay, 5th prompt, and then the 6th one is going to be a pink slip. I'm so excited. I put a lot of new releases in the pink slips as well that are releasing in February or have released in January, so we might get a good one. But first, the 5th prompt. I feel like I always success things. Okay. A book exploring mental health. A book exploring mental health. I feel like a lot of books explore mental health in some capacity. Obviously, we're not looking for like a step-by-step mental health self-help guide, but a book that has, at least what I'm thinking of this prompt, is like a book that has some elements of mental health, mental illness. They might not be in the best place. I don't think I'm looking for a road to recovery. But I might be using this prompt wrong. But I'm looking for a dark mental health book. Sorry to say. I feel like this one, which is based on the true story of Elias Grace, this one touches on mental health in an interesting way because it is about the true story of a woman who was convicted for her involvement in the vicious murders of her employer. Some believe she's innocent, some believe she's evil or insane, and she's serving a life sentence, and she claims she doesn't remember the murders. So that is an element of mental health. Might not be what the prompt was talking about, but in my mind, this is exploring mental health themes. So that's an option, and I really want to read that one. The Little Friend by Donna Tartt has some darker elements of mental health, and there's a lot of people struggling mentally in this book. This one also could kind of fit the prompt. Loosely, you guys. It's fitting loosely. But because our main character is a married woman who is very unsatisfied, and she is finding different ways to escape her feelings that she's having and her disappointments that she's having. So I feel like that is also, in a way, discussing mental health, because real life is continuing to fail to live up to her romantic expectations, and the consequences are devastating. So this is an option. Okay, actually, I think I'm going to do this one. I think this will discuss mental health at length, because it says it follows a teenager living on Manhattan's Upper West Side with her older sister Alyssa and overbearing yet emotionally distant parents. As Talia grows up and is forced to leave home, she finds herself seeing the city and its many ghosts in a new light, a story of both survival and joy. It's intense, provocative, and emotionally profound portrait of a young woman's inner life. So I think I'm going to go with Like a Bird by Farah Roizen, and I'm excited for this one. This has been on my physical TBR for actually years. It's been there for so long, and this is a good excuse to actually get to it. And I feel like it fits the prompt, because although it doesn't say anything directly on the back like mental health, I feel like we're going to be discussing a lot about our main character's mental health through this whole journey. So this is number 5, and I'm really excited that we're finally getting to it. Now, the moment we have all been waiting for, or maybe just me, maybe I've just been waiting for this, but we get a pink slip. We get a pink slip. This one's sticking to my fingers, so I'm gonna go with this one. This one was sticking to my fingers, so this is the one we're going with, and it is Cruelty Free by Caroline Glenn. I'm so excited. This one I think is not out yet, but it comes out in February. See, it's literally sticking. It comes out in February. I wrote these on sticky notes. And I believe it's a horror novel. Let me just look up. Okay, yeah. So this was on my 26 books in 2026 TBR, and it's also releasing February 3rd. So it's a new release. And it is a twisted debut horror novel in which a disgraced movie star returns to Hollywood 10 years after the kidnapping of her young daughter, intent on seeking revenge. And I cannot wait. I'm so excited that I get a new release on my February TBR. I need to make sure that I read all the books in February, because I want another pink slip. I want an excuse to go to the bookstore and get a new release. So thank you so much for watching today's video and picking my February TBR. I cannot wait to do this again for March. Don't forget to follow along if you want to see me read some of these books and see if we get our pink slip next month. So thank you again so much, and I will see you very soon. Bye!